Arsenal head up to Geordieland looking for revenge, and that's exactly what happened. We ran out 2-0 winners over Newcastle at St. James's Park, keeping touch with City. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, my peoples, and welcome back to the Counterattack. I hope you and yours are doing very, very well. Newcastle away. This trip all of a sudden has led to some tension last year and in recent years, as Newcastle have very much improved from where they used to be. And I looked up the lineups this afternoon, and the only change is Martinelli returning back to the starting lineup for Trossard. Other than that, that is the only change. Kiwior stays in defense. Zinchenko at left back. Everyone is where they're supposed to be. And I was feeling very, very nervous about this one. Newcastle, especially at home, are just a different cat, a different animal. And I was thinking, if we drop points here, I can't see us catching up to City no matter what happens. Listening to the roar of St. James's Park a few minutes before kickoff did not fill me with optimism, my people. Nope, I was in big cynic mode. And 10 minutes in, not a great opening. Oh my goodness, Newcastle were all over us. About 90 seconds in, Murphy hits the post. A few minutes later, Bruno Guimaraes, his shot, it deflects off Kiwior, and the ref, he gives a penalty, but correctly, VAR overturns it as it clearly hit his thigh first. So no penalty there, but man, not the most auspicious opening for the Arsenal. We look totally overmatched. The crowd is just baying for blood. And honestly, sitting here in my living room, I was a little bit terrified. So I can't even imagine what those footballers were feeling at St. James's Park. It's a horrendous atmosphere to be the away team in. And we were a bit fortunate to have not given up a goal in that opening 10 minutes. We rode that opening wave, dealt with the crowd, dealt with Newcastle's insane and crazy tackles. We're going to get into that a little bit later. And on 14 minutes, after riding out that bit of a storm, here comes the Arsenal, 1-0 at St. James's Park. Martin Odegaard on 14 minutes. Love to see it. Jorginho, he feeds Odegaard, and Odegaard smacks it in from about 25 yards out. He was such a long way out, and I don't think he caught the ball that well. I've seen him score from that position before, I think against Tottenham, but he did not catch this one against Newcastle too well. I think Botman tries to block it, and it goes right between his legs. Pope dives way too late, and he gets nowhere near it. It's in the corner. I don't really care how it goes in. 1-0. After that opening, I was panicking, but now I'm feeling good. Our opening goal really shut the crowd up, and oh boy, we started to dominate. Jorginho, he starts pulling the strings with Odegaard. Xhaka, he's sitting deeper, a little bit of a change from Arteta there. Usually Xhaka plays a little bit further forward, but in this one, clearly he wanted to give the defense, the backline, a bit of stability. And to stop Newcastle's transitions, Odegaard should have doubled the lead in added time in the first half, but Pope pulls off an excellent save, and that would not be the last that he pulled off. Newcastle come out of halftime and actually started well again, just like in the first half. And oh my goodness, Ramsdale, after some criticism he came in for a few weeks in a row, he really showed up his detractors there. A one-handed leaning back save, I think I can't remember who headed the ball in, but it was from about 4 yards out. An amazing, amazing save. He had a couple of others that, we expect him to save, but really doing well. He's a better shot stopper than people give him credit for. After that early flurry of chances for Newcastle to start off the second half, we continue to dominate again. Martinelli, he goes down the other end after their chance and hits the crossbar, and that side looked like where we were going to get the best chance creations through Martinelli. Good to see him producing, and that's exactly what happened. On 71 minutes, Gabriel Jesus, he sends Martinelli down the left, and he cooks Botman with a bit of a shimmy. Love to see it. His cross goes in, and it goes offshore. 2-0. Absolutely deserved from Arsenal. For the majority of this game, including the second half, we were absolutely the better team. We have to mention this, my people. The referee today was absolutely horrible, horrendous, just unprepared for what was going to happen today. We all know what Newcastle do. Outside of their blatant time wasting, they go in heavy on the challenges. They're a very, very physical team. Big guys, Joe Linton, Callum Wilson, Bruno, they're all big men. and they were throwing their weight around. That's not even talking about the defenders. And the referee, he decided to ref how Newcastle were playing rather than, what the rules of the game are. And from minute one, he was letting Newcastle get away with some ridiculous fouls. It's like he forgot his pockets, didn't know where his cars were. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought the ref today was really, really poor. And when you officiate a game like that, just giving it away to the home team, to the home crowd, you have no control, and someone could get hurt. 2-0 is how the game ended, and oh my goodness, some really excellent performances today. Ramsdale, excellent save. Xhaka, I felt he was pulling the strings. Odegaard did well with his finish, and just with all-around general play today, he really showed up. Kiwior, I was going to give him the man of the match. He really played well. I mean, without Kiwior, we can't play the way that we want to if Saliba's injured. I mean, there's nothing against Rob Holding. I've said it before on this channel. He can serve a purpose in the right context, but Kiwior's technical ability, his ability to pass, his ability to keep the line high and compress the field and enable us to win the ball back quicker and attack their goal much, much sooner is priceless to this Arsenal team. And it's just exemplified by how Kiwior played against Newcastle. But the man of the match has to go to Jorginho. Oh, man, I really disliked him when he was at Chelsea. But he did so well today, dictating the tempo. Man of the match performance from him. Well done, sir. 3 matches left. We're 1 point behind City, even though we played a game more. Ooh, it's getting tight. Please slap that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.